All right. We've been working on the 98 Swamp Subaru. It's a two-door. And been doing the timing belt. Couldn't really tell when it was last done from the last builder, but I think it was been at least 7, 8, 9 years, maybe even 10. So I figured it was time to do it. Really just making this video for myself to make a few notes for when I do it next time, if I still own the car in 7, 8 years, 9 years. I had to replace the covers, the rear covers, because the captive nuts had broke in them. Let's get the part numbers in case for future. This was the passenger side one, part number, and let's see here. That was the driver side inner cover. We used a HKS kit, Kevlar belt. I didn't really think it was worth showing somebody how to do it. There's too many videos of showing how to do the timing belt, but fairly simple. It's probably easier if you have 2 people in some places. You definitely need this tool right here. Mine doesn't have all that other stuff on it. This one's a 2.5 block with 2-liter JDM STI heads. So I only needed the one tool, even though I have the tool for the AVS. Couldn't use the crank tool either, because there's no way to attach it to that. So I did the old fold the belt in over itself to break that crank pulley off. Couple things. One, this idler was a little different than the one that was on it, so I had to replace it with a different bolt that was longer. These idlers are the same, and I could be mistaken. Whoever put the engine together might just use 2 bolts, but this one has the shorter bolt than the other one. These both will bottom out. This one was about a 1/4 inch shorter than this bolt, and so I originally had them backwards, but then I kind of felt it stop, bottom out, so I backed it back out. No big deal. So let's do that. Let's think, what else? Everything lined up, timing covers lined up. I got these clear covers to put on the front, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to be able to see all the stuff moving around in there. So I think that's everything. Of course, you got to take the radiator out to get access to it, but it's been pretty straightforward. Take your time. Make sure you line up everything, the timing marks properly, and shouldn't have an issue. I'm getting ready to do the timing belt guides, and then I got a new guide for this one right here. So, and the manual says 1 millimeter. So I just grabbed a piece of cardboard and that measured out. It's about 1 millimeter or so. So, alrighty. I think that's gonna be it for now. I'm not sure if I'll put this up on YouTube or not. I might, just so I can have the video going forward, so I can go back and find it. Just waiting on a thermostat right now. I wanted to put in an original equipment one, or the one that from the water pump brand. This I don't know how to say it, ASIN or so that's the water pump info. So yeah, that's where we're at, and I'm just gonna start buttoning it back together. Thought I'd add just a little extra to the video with this Roger Clark Motorsport's clear timing cover that I put on, and yeah, it's pretty cool. I like the look of it. I'm wondering how durable it's going to be. You know, the plastic it looks good from a couple feet away, but it's probably a hard thing to make, where some of the plastic doesn't have a little bit of cloudiness to it. Installing it was pretty straightforward. I mean, you can tell that it's not Subaru on Subaru parts. You gotta fiddle with the rear covers a little bit just to get everything to close in, but instructions were easy. I put a little never seize, anti-seize on each one of these bolts going in there, and then I just hand tightened them, and then I took the small 1/4-inch wrench and just gave it just a smidge of a snug, because I think that's what mainly happens. People just tighten those down and then break that captive nut in the rear cover, then you're done. So that's that. That's I like the look of it. I spun the engine around. Nothing's touching anything, so I think it's gonna look pretty cool in there like that. And we'll see how it goes. So I thought I'd add that in case anybody's interested in this. That kit was like $250 for the clear cover, so it's a much more expensive way to go versus just buying the black cover. So I don't know. I like the way it looks, but I'm wondering how it's gonna hold up. And secondly, just you know, not touching it so there's no fingerprints, everything on it. So we'll see how it goes. All right, timing belt is done, so I figured I'd just fire it up for you guys. It's a little nerve-wracking doing a timing belt. A little loud. Thought I'd give you a little look-see of the timing belt with the clear cover. That's it for that. Yeah, so if you got a decent set of tools and you're pretty ambitious, this is a fairly straightforward job if you just follow instructions, and still a little nervous when you crank it up and you didn't do everything right, but it seems to be running fine. Thought I'd give you a look at it with it in the car. So yeah, it's kind of cool. Wish I'd cleaned up the sprockets a little bit more before I put them back in there, but I would say if you do this, or even on the Subaru one, use some copper anti-seize and just roll these in just by hand, and then just use a 1/4-inch wrench to snug them up, because those captive nuts in here, they're gonna, if you just give it any too much, it's gonna break them. So so it doesn't need that much. So, but everything's good. So, all right, that's it for the timing belt. So, next thing on the car is the throwout bearing is making a little noise sometimes, every once in a while when it's in neutral. So I think we're going to tackle that, but I think I'm going to drive it around a little bit before I do that. And I got the HKS high power on it, but you know, I'm kind of feeling like being a little obnoxious and putting my Crawford Gymkhana on it, which if you've ever heard one of those on these cars, man, it is loud. So that's where we're at now. So hope this helped out anybody. But like I said, it was more for me, for the video, put it on YouTube, and then I can look back at it in 8-9 years when I do this job again, if I own the car. I'm not planning on selling it. It's hard to come by a 2-door American coupe, you know, 2.5 RS coupe, and especially a rust-free one from California. I live in Florida, but I keep it inside all the time. I don't drive it in the rain or anything. So, all right, guys, have a great day.